We just got a ton of new news for the Fantastic Four movie that's supposed to be coming out in July 2025. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited for this movie. It looks like Kevin Feige is putting a lot of love and care into this, and he wants it to essentially be perfect. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about all of the new news for this movie that just broke this morning. So the source for today's video is Jeff Snyder, a pretty reliable industry insider, and the first thing that he says is that Doctor Doom will reportedly appear in the Fantastic Four at the end of the film. Casting won't be figured out until after filming starts. So to me, that tells me that Doctor Doom is probably going to be in the post-credit scene for Fantastic Four, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Because Jeff also said that Galactus is going to be the main villain for the movie, so it would be way too overstuffed if you had Doctor Doom in the movie for a significant role, and then on top of that you have Galactus as the main villain. That would just be too much. So it looks like Galactus will be the main villain for this movie, and I have a really interesting theory about how he's going to play into it, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, he says that Javier Bardem is still the top choice to play Galactus, and Marvel is working out filming across his schedule right now. He's obviously a very popular actor, and he's in a lot of stuff, so they're just kind of trying to schedule him in for this movie. But I think Javier Bardem is a fantastic choice for Galactus. His voice is very distinct, and I think, put a little filter on there when Galactus is really big, and I think that voice could sound amazing. And I also think by making Galactus the main villain, it basically solidifies the theory that the Fantastic Four movie is going to be taking place in a different universe. There's a big theory that this Fantastic Four movie is going to be taking place in the 1960s in a different universe. For example, you can see The Thing is reading a magazine from 1963, so it just makes sense. Plus, look at their outfits. They look very retro, and since this is Marvel's first family, it makes sense to put it in the past so that canonically it makes sense. And I think in their movie, they are going to lose to Galactus, and they're going to somehow escape by going to a different universe or something, and then they're going to warn the 616 MCU about the coming of Galactus. Because if he destroyed their universe, then they could easily warn the 616 universe about his impending doom. So we know Galactus is going to be the main villain, but Jeff also lets us know that Marvel is now meeting with actors to play Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four, because we all know that's the most popular herald of Galactus, and it just makes sense to have Silver Surfer in this movie. But we got some rumors a couple of months ago that Marvel was thinking about making the Silver Surfer in this Fantastic Four movie a female, and that obviously upset a lot of people. Because everybody wants the Norrin Rad version, the version that everyone essentially knows. And the rumored actress for the role was Anya Taylor-Joy, which I think would be a great casting, but to be honest, I would prefer to have Norrin Rad. Even if this movie does take place in a different universe, so then it makes sense if you have a variant of the Silver Surfer that's a female. I think it justifies it a little bit more. And then you could have your 616 Silver Surfer be Norrin Rad. I think, it's okay if it's a variant in the Fantastic Four movie and she's female. I think that's fine, but the main MCU 616 one has to be Norrin Rad. You could even play around with it a little bit. You could make the Anya Taylor-Joy or just female Silver Surfer Norrin Rad's wife, and you could just, reverse the roles, because typically in the comics, Norrin Rad becomes the Silver Surfer in order to save his wife and his home world. So you could flip it, have this Fantastic Four movie set in a different universe where the Silver Surfer is actually his wife. I think that would actually be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, some really awesome news for the Fantastic Four. It looks like Javier Bardem might be playing Galactus, and Galactus is going to be the main villain of the movie alongside his most popular herald, which is going to be Silver Surfer. Whether that's male or female, we don't know yet. And then at the end of the movie, we get a Doctor Doom tease, whether that's just like him popping up at the end of the movie, or maybe he shows up in a post-credit scene. We don't really know, but either way, people are going to go crazy once they see Doom in live action in the MCU. So guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt because it didn't come from Marvel Studios themselves, but Jeff Snyder is a pretty reliable industry insider, and everything he said makes sense. So let me know your thoughts down below.